we need to continue. We need to hard work because if you stop, we don't
Nothing changes. Yes. And
to
that's the same with businesses. The businesses that are getting it right are the ones that are continuing, the ones
yeah,
that are making it part of their strategy constantly,
yeah,
rather than those that are just doing a performative one-off talk or event or gesture and then moving on. Even with the UN's convention that they're drafting, the sad reality is a lot of the people that it's going to look to protect may not be alive when eventually it comes in. So
yeah,
we need to be showing and doing things for today and for now, and not just seeing everything as we're doing this for the future. This has to be part of what's going on today.
yeah.
And I think I feel that it's certainly getting better.
Okay.
But the thing is, as with everything and with all movements, things change. Things are not always linear, they're not always straight. Some
Yeah,
things go in different directions. We've seen this with women's rights, we've seen it with civil rights. There sometimes is progress and then it goes back and
yeah.
it's going back and forth. So I think we should want more and deserve more, but also be able to recognize that there is progress, even
Yeah.
if it's not necessarily as perfect as we would like it to be.
When I talk about the ageism or intergenerational inclusion, I like to talk about intersectional conditions. For example,
Yes, very important.
you can't analyze an individual only about her or his age, for example,
Yes,
because woman, the gender, woman or male
absolutely.
or male, the racism and the color prejudice. We
Exactly.
have a universe, the points we need to analyze it together.
I'm
Yes,
so pleased you say that because I think that it's something we're very passionate about and it's something we always strive to bring to the table, and it's something that I think gets missed as well, is that intersectional conversation.
yeah,
Even when you mentioned earlier rightly that there's more models, for example, who are older, the majority are still white. There is not much diversity amongst older representation.
yeah,
And I use that just as one example because visuals obviously really do tell a story, that there isn't that. And there has to be an intersectional lens that shows, as you say, age intersects with other identities and characteristics, ethnicity, race, sexuality,
yeah,
gender,
yeah,
disability.
yeah,
And one of the things I find really interesting is when I go into an organization, I gave a talk last year at one of the biggest health providers in the UK, and they invited me to speak on ageism. And I was told in advance, just so you know, they're quite a quiet audience. They probably won't say much. They will just listen to you. I said, that's fine. It's still a long talk, so I will pause to give them opportunity to ask questions. And I started to talk about intersectionality. And I said to them, these were senior leaders, when you've looked at inclusion and diversity so far, and they do an event every quarter around it, I said, has age ever been discussed? And they all shook their heads. And they went, oh, and what was so interesting was suddenly everyone put their hand up and started wanting to ask questions and talk because it really made them engage. Go, oh my goodness, you're right. We haven't talked about age in this context ever. And it was really great to see that a group that typically don't talk much suddenly wanted to talk a lot more because
yeah,
they realized that age touches everything.
yeah,
And it was a really interesting conversation that ended up happening, but it doesn't get done enough, and it's still missed a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to say the aging is a democratic process. Doesn't matter if you white or
Yes,
bigger black people, if you from Asia, from Africa, from America, from Europe, everyone
everyone is aging.
will be a age people.
Exactly,
Okay, it's
exactly.
democratic process. So
Well,
we
yeah,
needed to analyze this scenario because year after year, wa- uh, uh, was born less than people, and you get more increase the older people. So we needed to talk about this. We
we
needed
need
to
to.
prepare the younger people to
Exactly.
get a better process to live longer and with health.
The financial circumstances of people, a lot of people who are younger today, they are not financially prepared for their futures.
Yeah, yeah,
And they're not engaging with it because they don't see it as something, they see it as a luxury or a far or if issue rather than engaging with it today. What we say is aging is a privilege, but
yeah,
not everyone gets to age with privilege.
yeah,
So we have
yeah.
to make sure that we support those to make it more of an equitable aging should be more equitable and more democratic.
Right.
We need to democratize aging. And I think one thing that does concern me a little bit at the moment is a lot of the conversation around longevity and longer lives is still for those who are more privileged and it's more we can't make it exclusive. It has to be for everyone. So that needs to be a piece that is ensured that we address. It can't just be for the luxury 1% billionaires who can afford everything to have better lives and to live longer. It has to be democratized so that everyone can age with dignity, with independence, and with agency and with confidence.
Is a necessary education for longevity.
Lifelong learning
Yeah,
has to be key, and
Yeah,
educating younger people. One of the things that I love to do, so I work with all ages. Often I'm the one of the youngest, if not the youngest person in a room. I'm the youngest person in my team, in my company, but I love talking and educating younger people. And I'm a governor of a school, and I am on the board on the alumni committee of my college at Cambridge. And I love speaking to younger people and educating them on aging, educating them on what's going on in the world around longevity. And they're really interested. A lot of people assume they're not. It's not true at all. They're really interested. And 2 weeks ago, I gave a talk to over 100 17-year-olds in women who are 17, and so many of them afterwards messaged me saying, "Could you tell me more about day to day around age inclusion? What does it involve?" They're really interested. So I think that that's a piece that again has to be understood, that we can't make this just about gatekeeping it and stopping younger people from wanting to talk about it, because they're aging too. This affects them and they actually want to learn as well. And if they don't want to learn, let's encourage them to learn. Let's make it interesting so they want to learn.
yeah. We grow up believing that is normal. For example, you have chronic disease. For example, I had a high blood pressure. Oh, because
Right.
it's normal when you age. No, it's not
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
You needed to prepare your body, you needed to prepare your mind to aging. And if
Yes.
you do this, you will not high blood pressure, for example.
Yeah.
So if you don't high blood pressure, you don't have probably cardiac disease,
Right.
heart disease, you don't have a heart attack. So you
Exactly.
need to pay attention.
If you could leave on message for leaders, organizations, and individual navigating longer careers, what would be the key mindset shift needed to build a more age inclusive future?
So I think the big shift has to be to exactly what we've said, engage all ages on it, not just those who are currently older. A lot of the work at the moment is assumed we're talking about living longer, so people in their, let's say, 50s and 60s, it's just for them. No, it has to be for everyone. And I think where companies will see the best return and the best results is if they have this intergenerational approach through everything that they do that ensures that all ages and life stages are involved and engaged and actually understand that they have a stake in this matter. They are stakeholders in this as well, whatever age they are at. And that needs to be a piece that is still, we're working hard to change, but that is something that is I'd say the next step that needs to be addressed. Yeah.
I would like to thank you so much, LongeTalks and Jessin. It's an honor to me to stay with us, with you in this chat, the
Yes.
conversation. And I hope we can interact more, okay?
That
So thank
absolutely.
you so much, and I love
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a real joy. I've really enjoyed speaking with you both. Thank you so much for having me.